Hey y'all, my name is Gina Lee, and if you're wondering why I'm wearing this super crusty t-shirt, it is because today I'm going to be showing you how I bleach my hair at home and also how I dye it at home. We're going to be refreshing the pink and red that I've got going on here, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you how I diffuse my hair because I do have curly wavy hair. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
Okay, y'all, so the first thing I'm doing here is I'm just brushing out my very messy and very frizzy hair, as you can see. Just making sure to get through that mane. And now I am starting to section my hair. I'm doing kind of like a halo thing as far as the sectioning goes. You'll see a little bit of what it looks like. It definitely is not perfect, and the sectioning does not come out perfect. But since it is pink and red, those colors tend to blend a little bit on the edges anyways, so it just gives it a real nice mesh kind of effect to it. Here is what it looks like when it's sectioned. I think I went back and touched that up a little bit because that is pretty rough looking after I cut the cameras. Okay, and now we're gonna go ahead and start bleaching. I'm using the Wella Color Charm Developer in 20 vol and then the Cream Oil Lightener by Ion. So we did here 2 ounces of 20 volume developer. And then we did, I believe it was 1 ounce of this, but you'll see here in just a second, I went a little bit overboard with that. Yeah, just a little bit. And now we're onto the lightening powder, and we're just gonna pour 1 pack in there. Yeah, and I started pouring it super close to my face, which was a really bad idea. I nearly threw up from the ammonia. If you pay close attention, the switch for the fan comes on, and just for a minute you can see it in the corner because I couldn't breathe. But we're putting gloves on because we're about to start bleaching here. Okay, a little movement. Okay. Contemplating all my life decisions, including this one. And the reason I started from the back is the hair that's in like the front of my head has been bleached a little bit more. I've had the front of my hair bleached for a couple years now, and it's a little bit more dry and damaged. So I wanted to start with the back. I think the back was a little bit darker anyways, so we're just starting back there. And I'm getting it absolutely everywhere. I think I dropped it on the floor like 5 or 6 separate times. Very solid. And we are just continuing to bleach. I'm mainly getting the roots here because I have like dirty blonde-ish hair, maybe light brown. The roots underneath the red look really dark. You'll see them a little bit later. But I'm really making sure to kind of get into those roots and saturate it really well, because the thing about bleach is, I'm sure a lot of you all know this, if it is not like saturated super well, it's not going to process, and that's why a lot of people will not, I guess, work the bleach into their hair with a brush, and then they end up super splotchy. So they might have like bleach blonde hair in one spot and then dark brown hair in another, because it doesn't work its way through the hair like a lot of other cream products do, even if you're using cream bleach. Really making sure to attack those roots. I did speed up this bleaching process a little bit for you guys. I wasn't doing it quite this fast and erratically whenever I was doing it. And here's me, yeah. You know that one meme where the SpongeBob's like hunched over? And now, okay, I decided to bleach the like length of my hair a little bit too. I wasn't going to leave it on nearly as long, and I didn't apply nearly as much bleach on it just because it was a little bit orangey underneath that. So I just wanted to go ahead and touch that up. We're just working it through all there and making sure to get all the pink, especially the back. The back was a little bit darker and orangey underneath that pink shade. So we're working it in there. And then I decided to take down the length of my hair and get the roots close to the pink. I like to do that so it blends nicely into the pink, and I add a little bit of bleach just kind of all through it. Like not all through the hair, but in different sections to add some color variation. Here's me not being able to breathe, and goodbye gloves. This is what it looked like after it had processed for about 15 minutes. Maybe, yeah, probably around 15 minutes. It did process a little bit, of course, when I was putting it on because bleach does act really fast. And here's it all washed out. I blow dried my hair. And that is partially why it looks so dead, is because there's literally no product in it whatsoever. And I just bleached it, let's be for real. And we're going ahead and we're sectioning again here. I don't know why I'm so mad, but I guess I am. I think I was just mad because I had to section again because it's literally my least favorite part. But we did the same thing we did earlier, the kind of halo. It's like a very large halo is the shape I go for because I like a lot of the pink in there. Here's me showing what that looks like. Another clip of that, I did kind of go and clean that part up a little bit. And now onto the pink. We are using Neon Pink by Eero Eero. And then for the red, we're using Red by Eero Eero. The majority, and I'm using just the tiniest little bit of Wrath by Arctic Fox just to deepen up the color. Here we are getting the pink into the bowl and just going at it. There's probably a better way to do this. I just started at the front of my hair because it's semi-permanent and the processing obviously doesn't work the same way the bleach does, so just making sure to really get in there and get in all those crevices. It's kind of like a medium thickness cream, the dye is. So it does work in pretty well, but it's not as thin as Arctic Fox. So you do really have to make sure to get in everywhere a little more than you probably would with just the Arctic Fox. However, the color and the amount of time it lasts is absolutely fantastic. We're just getting in the back of the hair, making sure that the roots in the back are also covered in this beautiful neon pink color. It's more like almost magenta-ish whenever it goes on. And then here I am bobby pinning my hair up. That way I don't mix the red and the pink together whenever I dye the kind of middle or top section. And I kind of just like wrap it up in a little knot around my finger and then bobby pin it. Some of them I had to bobby pin more than once to get them to stay because it was so slow. We're just continuing that process here. I think I laughed because Leo Skeppy was on in the background and he said something totally out of pocket. And yeah, here's kind of what those knots look like so you can see it all sectioned. It almost looks like a really nasty flower crown. Now we're doing the red. So I did all of the Eero Eero red and I'm doing just a little bit, like less than an ounce of that. I think it's less than a liquid ounce, but just a tiny bit. And then I'm mixing it together really well, as you can see. You can see it gave it a little bit of depth because the Eero Eero color is a little bit fire truck red. And by adding that Wrath shade, it just helps quite a bit. We're sectioning off a little section at the top here and just saturating that really well. And then the same thing I did with the pink, I'm just curling that around and bobby pinning it. And same thing here with the red, just making sure everything's very well saturated so it doesn't come out blotchy. I like to use both the brush and my hands quite a bit to work in the product. I use my hands a little more towards the end. It looks like I have a killer mohawk. Or actually like a really lame mohawk, low-key. Just getting the underside there. Now we are just going back in and making sure all the edges around the borderline are very well saturated. Really getting in there. And this is what that looks like. And here's her out of the shower. The pink and the red turned out so pretty. I'm so happy with it. It's so girly. I'm obsessed. Now we're getting into the products. So we've got the Honest leave-in spray conditioner, the Color Solutions by Ion. That's also a leave-in conditioner. This is the Biokeratin Heat Protection 3-in-1. And then the L'Oreal Elvive Frizz Killer Serum. Didn't know how to say that. So I'm doing, I think, like 3 squirts of the Honest conditioner, 3 of the Ion one, and then I believe 3 of the leave-in, the Biokeratin one. And then I'm doing just one of these, but it went everywhere the first time, so I did another one. I'm just mixing that all together and working that in my hair. I always add the hair products to my hair when my hair is wet. It just helps it to distribute so much better. Now, when I do my makeup, I always put it up in this cap. That way it kind of like pushes the curls to my head and it makes them look so nice. I was just showing you that, guys, for reference. Sometimes I like to do that just because I don't know, it dries just very slightly when you do that. So, all right, and now we're getting in with a diffuser. I have it on medium heat and I accidentally turned it on and it scared me. The way I diffuse my hair is I flip it all the way over. And the reason I do this is because I have found that a lot of diffusing techniques don't really work for me. Like the ones where you just kind of like stand up and go from the side or whatever. I end up with 0 volume on the top and my hair looks like a nasty triangle. So I do most of it with my hair flipped upside down. It also makes my bangs look so much better if I do that way. And it just gives me so much volume when I do it that way. The technique here could be a little bit better, but it was 10 p.m. or maybe, oh my gosh, it actually might have been 11 whenever I was diffusing my hair. But yeah, once it's dried a little bit, I kind of do flip it back upright and then try to shape it a little bit, as you see, and give it the look that I want, but I do most of it upside down for the volume. So here we are just checking it to see what the progress looks like. And it is looking just so good, so bouncy, so voluminous so far. Look at that. It just gave me sass. The curls gave me even more sassy. And I'm going back in because it wasn't fully dry. And just making sure to target the front of my hair a little bit more. And oh my gosh, look at that. The difference between my curly hair and my straight hair is absolutely insane. I'm telling y'all, learning how to diffuse my hair changed my life.
All right, y'all. So this is the finished look as far as the hair goes. You can see a little more of the pink now, and the reds and a little bit better lighting, so you can kind of get a look at all of it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me show you how I bleach, dye, and diffuse my hair. I may do a hair cutting video soon because I just need to kind of add some more layers and trim things down a little bit. So if you want to see that, just let me know. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you.